Hello there, and welcome to this episode of A Tiny Dot in Space, where I explore the various regions, states, territories, protectorates, counties, departments, governorates, whatever they call the first level of subdivision of the various countries on planet Earth. And I do this exploration on GeoGuessr. And my objective with this is threefold. First of all, to see places I've never been to and probably will never go to. And secondly, try to have some fun while doing so. And lastly, try to play a perfect game of 25,000 points on GeoGuessr in whatever area I am in at any given time. If I succeed in doing so, well, that's the last you'll see of that area in this series. And if I fail in doing so, well, it might feature again at a later date. So today we are moving into one of the areas that I failed to do 25,000 points in my previous Regions of Europe series, which ended about a year ago. And, well, we are moving into Serbia, and we are looking at the Mačva, Mačvanski okrug, which will be the Mačva district, which you see here sits between the Sava River and Belgrade and Bosnia-Herzegovina. And this map is a little special because it's a mix between an official street view coverage, which extends in an arc from here to over here, all the way almost to Ušće. And then there is third-party coverage by a bloke called Sasa or Sasha. I'm a little unsure. I'll call him Sasha. Despotovic, who is... has been responsible for coverage here. So it's about 2/3 is this, and the last third is this. And I know that unfortunately Sasha's footage is, or coverage is, suffering from being rather misaligned. So that's a shame. So if we get any of his locations and I misplace them, I'll have to make a little judgment towards the end as to whether that should count as a perfect location or not, depending on how far off his geolocations are. So, yeah. Anyways, Mačva has, the Mačva district has, spans 3,275 square kilometers, had an official estimate of 261,380 people. There we go. In 2024, and also in 2022, the capital of the area, the city of Shabat, had a population of 51,163. So yeah, that's fairly standard fare for a European, particularly East European area, district, region, whatever. So, well, let's head into Mačvanski okrug, and we'll make a challenge out of this, like so and so, and then we will put the challenge link into the usual place. Let's see, we put it in there, like so. And let's see, just make sure that it is in the right location as well. Let's see, messed up a little bit the other day. Here we go. Right, so yeah, now you can find the challenge link in the description section of this video. You can have a stab at playing this and see if you can beat me, which, well, given the time I take and give myself, it's entirely likely that they will beat me. And, well, this is a familiar site from when I made the map. This is Sasha's coverage, and I do remember seeing that truck. And let's see now, where could we be? And as with pretty much any, let's see, Stočna Hrana, that probably isn't the name of the place, but yeah, Sasha's coverage suffers from what the vast majority of third-party coverage suffers from, and that is bad image resolution. There we go. I would love to be able to read that. Can we read it from the opposite side? I am not able to see what it says. Oh, well, So we just have to plug on, and see if we can find the name of this place in a different place. Autoperio. It's okay, that's just your general stuff there. Belovi or something. It's a fairly major place. Let's see now, where could it be? So his coverage goes all the way down here to Zavlaka. And then it mainly covers these roads. So could it be like in, let's see, we're going slightly. Could we be here in Gradojevic? No, I don't think so. Tekerish? No, the road is not going in the right direction. Donja Bandanya? Nah. Not enough houses. And how about Varna? That might work. Gornia Vranska? That could also work, actually. I can't see very far back, so we'll just follow this truck for now, see what happens. Well, how much will we turn? Pizza. Just how much will we turn? Doesn't seem like we'll turn enough for this to be Gornia Vranska. Nope. No. We're crossing a river? No. What's this then? This has been an... Oh, never mind. Oh, and then his coverage comes to an end. Well, that's both interesting and alarming. Because that means we have to rely on what's in the opposite direction. So it is, and I can't even read that in those huge letters. And here it said, I thought it said restaurant. Yes, it does. And what else it says is anyone's guess. I think it started with a P. Okay, this billboard then. Well, that was blank, of course. Let's see, here we go slightly west of south. Don't think we're in Varna. How about Sirvats? Yeah, I don't really like the idea of that either. Hladnjaca. Okay. Old store. Ah, okay. Yeah, storage, of course. Hladnjaca. Okay. What else can we find, if anything? There's an Agrar Petrovic. Okay. This place has to have must have a name. But Pharma Tim. Okay. I wish we didn't have that whopping huge truck in front of us. Ah, here we go. We are in a place called Jevremovac. Ah, we're up here. Okay, how does that work? That's Petrovic. Okay. So... This doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but Okay, so if Petrovic is there, we must be somewhere up here. The trouble here is that half the buildings don't show on the map. Okay, but we're somewhere on this bend. It appears to me that must be the Vereplavgojevic. At least the length of the names there correspond. Yeah, well, we're missing a lot of buildings. Now let's see, we should be roughly here, I think. And this is where my trust in his footage is severely tested. Now, there's hardly any buildings here I can use as guides because of the direction of the road. And of course, the ones I wanted to use are unavailable. I would love to be able to go like so, but nah. So, I'll stick to my guns here. And I'll just hope and pray that I will be within. I should be within here, normally. But, well, we'll see what Sasha gives me. Ooh, thank you. Okay. Now we're on the official coverage. And where are we now? This is a lovely green place. It is almost... I was about to say it's almost hobbity. There's high rises over there, so we're either in Losnica or in Shabats, I would say. Okay, so if we are in Shabats, we might want to go... So if the high rise is down there, then we might actually be north of the city. Northwest even. Let's see. Cemetery. But, what's just that? There was a name to this thing. It's called Starigrad Kamichko Groblia. And there it says Shabbat. Okay. So we are in Shabbat. We got a big cemetery. So we could be in, let's see, Starigrad, JKP Starigrad. So Starigrad, that would be Old Town, if I'm not mistaken. Trouble here is we can't go any further in that direction. Okay, back to start. Then we go in the opposite direction. Oh, snap. Not good. So we go northeast. Go slightly eastwards. Coming on this way, please. Oh, man. And another cemetery. Okay, so the cemeteries are pretty thick on the ground here. Let's see if we can... Yeah, this looks better. Can we find the name of these roads? No. That's number 48 of something. And that looks like... Ah, bugger. No. No. Which way was I going? Ah, snap. Let's see. I think we came out of this thing. Yeah, that looks about right. Let's see. I just wanted to see if there was a name to this road. What's this then? Zona Uja Zastite Izvor has something to do with water. Mali Zabram. No idea. Could be a water purification plant or something, maybe? What does it say here? We got the street name at least. We got the Ulica Ban. Is that Banjitnik? Zertava. Crikey. Serbian is hard. Okay, now we're moving southeast. So we are at Shabbat, but where? So, at least, here we go. The Vuka Karadzica and Oslobodenia. Okay. Let's see if we can find any of these. So the Oslobodenia is going southeast, northwest, and the Karadzica in the opposite direction. Let's see, Oslobodenia and Leonardo da Vinci. Dunowska, Milorada, Akademika, Pucerska, Potowica, Kasarska, Losniczka, Georgiewicz, Widowdanska, I mean. Kolobarska is Karadzica. Can I find the Oslobodenia? Oslobodenia, yeah, where's that one? Here's the Oslobodenia. Okay. Right, so which direction did we come from then? We came from this direction. We came from the northwest, so we're on the Oslobodenia. Yes, this is where we came out. Here's the cemeteries. I wonder if could we have been all the way up here? Does that work? Or here? Let's see now. So looking westwards, we got a building here. Come up into the intersection and we go nowhere. So that is looking southwards. Not sure which building this is, if it is that one or... Let's see, here we're looking northwards. Right. Let's see now. So the road goes northeastwards. That doesn't quite match, does it? Road goes northeastwards, that goes eastwards. And then we come to this road going here. And this road goes south. Yeah, that must be this road. Yeah, so we were... That doesn't work. There's a building missing. Right now we're here. And then we continue like so. Down this way. To this road. And then we're on the one that leads onto Oslobodenia. So. We should be around there, be about there. Or rather, we should be here. Question is, footage is from 2024. Of course, could be something that has been here temporarily or just been erected. But we should be, by all accounts, we should be there. Yes. Okay, more official footage, good. We're on the Svetogorska, okay. And the Svetogorska is being crossed by the Francuska. Okay. Svetogorska and Francuska. And the Svetogorska is... Okay, let's bank on... Well, not in Belgrade. Well, Belgrade is hot enough. Not to mention the Shabbats. Let's see, can we find the Svetogorska in... Let's see, going west, northwest. Francuska. Let's see, Svetogorska. I don't remember seeing the Svetogorska when we were doing the previous round, so might be looking in the wrong town. But you never know. Ah, here's the Svetogorska and the Francuska. Right. That's got to be among the easier ones. I guess Sasha is lying in wait in the shadows to provide us with the next round. No, actually, we got official footage again. But I don't know if I should count my chickens just yet. Let's see, looking northeast, we could well be in Shabbats again. And this time, we got a proper industrial area. What does it say here? Zorka Obojena. Metallurgia. With Elixir Zorka. I would be very surprised if we're not in this area somewhere. Except that this is not a dual carriageway. Well, neither is this. What exactly is our direction here? Zorka and BMR. The Elixir Group. The Gorilla. A little loath about committing to this just yet. If it had said Elixir here anywhere, then I would have been all over it. And I would have the BMR. Ah, here's the BMR. Okay, right. Then we need to figure out which of these places are we looking at, because half the buildings are missing, at least. Could those be these? Let's check that. Well, if that isn't a good candidate, I don't know. Okay, we need an eatery next to it. Smaller building way at the back. Could be that one. But I'm missing the big building here. That could, of course, be the school building as well. Let's continue along the road and see if there's another one. You see, we got some smaller buildings. That could be this one that we're looking at here. And it's got some, got a tiny building next to it. And then what is coming up here then? Hidden. That could well be it. And then we got this place. That looks a lot more. And here we have... I would bet that we have a max wash here. We also... Oh! But we also have a road going into the side. What on earth is going on here? Riverside, Catalea rooms. That has to be the Catalea. Yeah, and of course this one is an internal road somewhere. Okay, so this building is... Yeah, so the building we were looking at initially was that one. That one. And let's see now. If I'm looking at it, I'm looking at this corner directly from the west. Which should place me, sorry, from the east. Hey, stop that. Which should place me about there. Should be a tiny building here. There might be. Hard to say. But we're also... Ooh, that building there. I don't know. Could be some misalignment of layers here. Let's move it slightly that way. Oh well, that was prudent but not necessary. Okay, next round. And this looks very similar, but I do believe there's a Shabbats again. Well, this is a rather different part of Shabbats. Could also be in what's it called again? Loznica. If we're in Shabbats, this is a very different quarter of it. It's like an entire different world. Let's go this way, eastwards. Let's see, what does it say? Restaurant Jaina. And that one just says Shabbats. Restaurant Jaina. Doesn't say what street we are in yet, though. But here we got a street sign telling us that this is the Yara. Yarachki. That's a hopeless word again. Yaratsnik. Yaratsnik. Zrtava. Okay. And what's the name of this street then? I hope it's something easier. Elvis. And all sorts of stuff. Small grocery store, I guess. We have a roundabout. And let's see, what do we have here? Hippodrome. Okay. Hippodrome is Shabbats. What could that be? Now the alignment of this road doesn't fit anything within Shabbats, unless we are maybe over here. Which could sort of have worked if it wasn't for this road. So... And then we have no roundabouts, and now coverage is iffy for a moment. Hmm. Yes, it's more likely that we are in this part of town. But no roundabouts here either. Interesting one. But unfortunately, also somewhat frustrating given the lack of signs. Let's see. So here we go to the old town, go to the bus station, the railway station. So old town would be down here, I assume. So, and a town stadium and a town beach even. Yeah, well that's the old town beach. But I guess that would be it. But where that puts us, I'm still at a complete loss. But we shall find out presently. Sooner than later, I hope. I will have an alarm going off in a few minutes, but it will be nothing alarming, to put it that way. Nothing I can't deal with quickly. Let's see. Here we got something. We got a Knez Mihailova. Okay, and that's a very short one. Okay, so Knez Mihailova. Well, there's a roundabout at least, but that's not the one we came. Knez Milosha. Knez Mihailova. So, let's see. Are we here now? As we're looking south by southeast. Open space as a mall. Okay. Right. So that's where they got the roundabout. Kind of looks like we came from this area. So if I turn around, just how far is it to... Yeah. Almost suspected that. Let's see, look north. Now I gotta be here, right? Yeah. Look that way. That's the alarm I was talking about. Well, let's just ditch that. Like so. And just gonna do key press. There was a K and a P that desperately wanted to change places in that sentence. With the obvious consequences that would have had. I think with that. Good. Well, 25k in Mačva. And they were all pretty much around Shabbats. That is a bit sorry. I would have liked to have gone to the other places here, but oh well. But at least we were able to find our way around Shabbats. It would have been nice to see in the old town what that's like down here. But well, you get what you get. As Forrest Gump's mom said, life's a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. That is surely the case here. So yeah, that is it for Mačva, Mačvanski okrug. And I'm glad you're still with me on a tiny dot in space. And I hope you'll join me for the next episode when it's up. Until then, bye-bye.